Hey darlings, that was stupid. Hey guys, it's Tess, this is Wander Wealthy, and today I'm gonna teach you how you can live for free. If you don't believe me, I personally do it myself, so check out this video and I'll rub your noses in it. But as I mentioned in that video, you can do this too, and I'm gonna walk you through how exactly to find a home, buy a home, rent out your home, and live for free for as long as you desire. Before I dive in, make sure you hit the subscribe button if you're new here and hit the little bell so you can be notified when I upload new videos on personal growth, personal finance, and travel, which I do on a weekly basis. The second thing I need to mention before I dive in is, one, no, I am not telling you to go buy a home as a great investment, but if you are looking for a good cash flow opportunity and your lifestyle allows for it, like you're willing to rent out your home or you're turning this property into an investment property, then it could be a really great opportunity for you to make some extra cash every single month. Also, if you are seriously looking into buying a home, make sure that alongside this video, you also do your own research and you meet with some professionals that can help you understand the exact steps you need for the home buying process, because there's a lot more details involved that you want to make sure you fully understand before diving in head first. Just had to get that off my chest because I don't want you to think that I am telling you to go buy a home. Got it? Good. First, we're going to look at actually buying the home and what kind of home you're going to buy. So are you going to look at a condo, a duplex, or a single family home? These are all going to determine their rentability. Can you rent out a spare bedroom in your condo? Can you rent out the other side of your duplex or triplex or quadruplex, if that's what they call it? Or can you rent out your basement of your single family home? It all depends on your living situation, what you want to be able to live in if you're going to live in the home, and how comfortable you are renting out the other part. If you have family members or a spouse or a boyfriend or girlfriend that lives with you, you also want to consider what they would be most comfortable with in renting out either a spare bedroom or the basement of your home. So just consider the property type first and what you would most like and be willing to do. Second, you want to look at your location. Do you currently live in a place that is high tourist traffic, or do you live in a place where people come and go a lot for colleges and sports teams? Or do you live in a place that has a lot of people coming in for the summer for internships or moving to the city to begin a job? These are all great indicators of being able to easily rent out your home. So you want to make sure that you are in the right location so that you do have high rentability. Once you nail down the actual town that you might be living in and you say, okay, that'll work, you also want to consider the neighborhood location. Is it close to the school? Is it close to public transportation? Is it close to the airport? These are also great indicators of being able to rent out your home or a spare bedroom pretty easily. The third thing you want to decide is if you're going to do a furnished rental or not furnished and have people move in for a longer period of time. I choose to do furnished so that I can have the choice of renting out on Airbnb for short periods of time or renting out on Craigslist for long periods of time. Now, the likelihood of me getting really long-term renters like a year or 2 years or 3 years or beyond is less likely, but I can charge a little bit higher price by having a fully furnished place and bringing in people for 2 to 3 months, which is long-term enough for me. I also love the flexibility that that allows for, because if I'm gonna come home from 2 months in Italy and want my home to be empty, I can make sure that it is that way because I'm not renting to someone that's going to be staying for years or even long-term months on end. Once you kind of have an idea of the home type, the place that you want to rent it out in, and the actual type of rental rental that you want to do, you want to look at your affordability. I told you that you don't necessarily have to have the 20% down payment to put down on a home. Now, what you do want to do is pre-save, and if you can get that 20%, that's going to be a major bonus. But if you can't, you still want to pre-save until you can get about 3.5% of a down payment, in which you can then get an FHA loan. And FHA loans are issued to make home ownership more affordable. FHA loans are available to borrowers who will pay insurance on their mortgage. This guarantees the banks that if you default, there's some insurance built in. So you are paying a little bit more on top of the mortgage principal and interest rate, but that is just for monthly insurance to make sure that you're not going to default, or if you do, you're covered, or the bank is covered. So like I said, if you can put down 3.5% of the home price, then you can absolutely qualify for an FHA loan. Now, you do typically have to have a credit score of over 500. Borrowers with a credit score under don't usually become eligible for FHA loans until they can get their credit score higher. So if you do need ways to increase your credit score, then definitely check out some of the resources I've listed below. Your credit score will also determine the interest rate that you can get on your mortgage. So you do want to have the best credit score possible in order to get the most affordable rate. Before you even go into the purchasing of your home, you want to make sure that you pre-save for that small down payment. You understand the costs of everything involved, including the principal and interest on your mortgage, as well as taxes, insurance, the insurance you'll be paying on the mortgage, as well as the homeowner's insurance, and any closing costs that might come into the home buying process. What FHA loans do is make home buying more affordable, even if you don't have 20% down or a killer credit score. The home buying process and really looking for rentable properties is a research-intensive process. You want to make sure you find the right location, find the right property type, and then find the right price, and make sure that you can afford it, or you're able to produce rental income that will pay for your costs. Another thing that you can do, and it's a little bit of a secret hack, is to actually post an ad on Craigslist as kind of a test run and see what sort of interest you might create. See what price is right. Do your research beforehand, looking at other similar properties, and see what sort of price you can get for your spare bedroom or your basement or the other side of your duplex. If you can figure it out and you can get the right price, you can get your own rental payment, or it's really the mortgage and insurance and taxes on your home, almost entirely paid for, if not entirely paid for, with a little bit on the top. Like I said, some months I only get about half of my mortgage paid for because I choose to rent it out less and want that freedom and flexibility of having my own place. And sometimes I get paid for people to stay in my home while I'm traveling around the world. Other times I opt to have month-to-month roommates, and they just completely cover my mortgage, insurance, and taxes payments. And I live for under $300 because I'm just paying my part of the bills. So know that this is entirely up to you. It might take a little bit of risk. It might take a little bit of investment from not only your money, but your time, but you can create value for yourself on a month-to-month basis in cash flow and passive income if you play your cards right and you're willing to do the extra work. I hope that this video helps you realize how, if you're willing to do some things a little bit differently, you can live a little bit differently. If you have questions about living for free or living on a lot less, make sure you post them in the comment section below. Give this video a thumbs up if you found it helpful and you want me to make more videos along the lines of passive income, finance, money, and anything revolving around creating more value out of your own wealth. And make sure you subscribe to my channel so you can be notified and get all the videos that I upload on a weekly basis. If you want more of this conversation that we're having here on the internet, join my private Wander Wealthy community. Go to wanderwealthy.com/FB to snag your invite, and I can't wait to see you in there. Until I see you then, I hope you wander wealthy. Yeah. Check out this video. I think it's over there. Or is it over here? Yeah.